Hello, my name is Lopdahl, and today I will be doing a video for the class N582, Nursing Strategies in Teaching Education. This is assignment 1, module 1. We'll be briefly discussing major learning theories. These will include behaviorist, cognitive, social learning, psychodynamic, and humanistic, and how these behaviors increase one's behavior in the social setting. We'll then briefly describe the ways that each of these major theories can be used to decrease or extinguish a behavior. We'll also be going through 3 different nurse preceptee scenarios. The behaviorist theory is a basic theory that is considered a teacher-centered model. The learner is considered to be passive and easily manipulated. The learner is also considered to be the gopher and has to conform to the teacher's demands to make his or her job easier. With this theory, once a learner is removed from the setting, the learned behavior tends to decrease when the learner is put back into the normal environment. Cognitive theory is popular among education and counseling. The theory focuses on changing one's thoughts, perception, memory, and processing information. Cognitive theory uses what one already knows and restructures the information for a new understanding. Where remembering information is difficult, some strategies may help in recalling what their thoughts are while they are learning. Some can do this by having the learner explain how they learn, have them explain what their thoughts are while they are learning, evaluate the mistakes of the learner, and pay close attention to the learner's difficulty in remembering information. Attribution theory uses cause and effect. This theory believes that a person's behavior is based on one's upbringing and surroundings. For example, one's religious beliefs may believe that they are ill due to being punished for a sin, or that they are ill due to someone's actions. In order to change the behavior, one has to change the distorted thought process. Social learning theory believes the behavior, person, or environmental characteristics play an important role in one's learning. In this theory, the leader is expected to act as a role model for those learning, so the behaviors can be repeated by the learner. In social learning theory, responsibility is placed on the leader. Psychodynamic theory is based on motivation of emotions rather than cognitive or responses. This theory is useful in healthcare due to the interactions with other nurses, patients, families, and physicians. Psychodynamic theory believes the behaviors come from basic instincts and desires. The humanistic theory believes that everyone is different and grow positively in a different way. Unfortunately, with this theory, the one's upbringing may damage their growth. For example, in some cultures and families, males are not supposed to show emotions, as that is considered a weakness. Nursing is a perfect example. Nurses are generally compassionate and caring. Unfortunately, with administration, caring more about profit and cost, nurses are becoming less compassionate because they have to deal with demands of administration. The first scenario, you are a nurse preceptor and you find your nurse orientee you are working with has difficulty understanding the ideas of titrating drug dosages on the basis of physiologic data. A weakness in which type of learning might be underlying this problem. In addressing the orientee's difficulty, what other information would you collect? As a preceptor, finding the best way to teach the orientee can be challenging. In this particular situation, the orientee is struggling with cognitive learning theory and psychodynamic learning theory. When titrating drips, a good way to remember them is to print out the titration order. In the burn ICU, many times we have many drips going at one time, and a good way is to write down the titrations and max dose on the board to help the titration. When addressing the orientee, find out how they learn the best. Do they retain more information verbally, visually, hands-on, with phonics, or with diagrams? Understanding how they learn will help with information retention. Next scenario, you are precepting to counsel a nursing student who's failing a nursing course. How would your approach differ if you based your counseling on self-evaluation theory versus attribution? In preparation of counseling, a nursing student who is failing behind in the course, understanding the student's values, backgrounds, beliefs, and motivation is key. In nursing, the self-evaluation theory, exploring the student's hobbies, friends, family interaction, and why they wanted to become a nurse and study habits may help the student with their motivation in passing the course. Using the attribution theory, understanding the student's upbringing and thoughts of failing the course can help determine the best course of action. Next scenario is you're a clinical preceptor and healthcare agency. How can the social cognitive theory assist you in teaching your precepting? The social cognitive theory explores the relationship between personal factors, cognitive factors, behavioral factors, and environmental factors. In the healthcare setting, focus on the weakness and make them your strength. For example, if you notice the preceptee always making excuses when approached if asked to help with the IV, next time approach the preceptee and say we have to put the IV in, what time will be good for you? When the preceptee becomes aware of the current behavior, willingness to change will start. In conclusion, as you can see, we have a lot of information in a very short amount of time. We went through a lot of different theories. I wish we could have gone into it more, but I hope this video helps put everything into a easier and perspective onto what each theory is and attains to. Thank you very much.